back at it. Back at it. It is 10:18 on a Friday night. For some reason, I cannot really get any rest, but that's okay. I'm up with my newest buy. This is the little boy I bought from Baron Gift Shop this week. Still trying to figure out who this signature is on the back of his neck. You know, very detailed signature, but I cannot figure out who this is. So I may send him off to my doll lady. This is a reborn artist who does my dolls for me. Because baby boy has no eyelashes. He's cute, but he needs a little more detail. I mean, I feel like he can be a little better. He doesn't have full limbs, as you see. His limbs cut off here. Um, his limbs can't cut off here. Hi, Shelly's Dollies. It's hard to read. Let me remove it again. It's really hard to read. This cursive is very hard to read. And yeah, so I did find out, I did pick a name for him. His name is Patrick Da Vinci. I don't know why I picked Da Vinci. I guess he reminds me of the actor Da Vinci that I watch on BMF, who plays Terry on BMF on Stars. If you watch that show, I like when the limbs are cut off because it makes the snuggle. Oh, he is very snuggly. Funny that you said that. He is very snuggly. But yeah, he just needs a little more detail to his body and to his features and all that stuff, and he's good to go. I mean, he's still a cute doll. I still think I shouldn't have paid no 60 plus bucks for him, but this is like an antique store, so I guess what do you expect? So, okay, I decided to just talk about how I got into the doll community and what inspired me to be a part of the doll community. Well, from the time I was a kid, I was born in the mid to late 80s, grew up in the 90s. I've always had a variety of dolls. Dolls of all colors, backgrounds, creeds, all kinds of dolls. I had an American. The full limbs sometimes prevent you from cuddling. Yeah, it can be. They can be a pain in the butt at times. But I like the 3/4 full limbs sometimes on some dolls, not all, but some. But yeah, so I had a whole lot of dolls growing up. I had Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy doll. I think that was my first doll I had. I was an infant, and I had them up until I guess I was 6, 7, or 8, one of them ages. And then I had my Addie doll, which is from American Girls. If you saw my video a couple weeks ago, I was out in Tyson's Corner at the AG store to send Addie off to the hospital. Probably in the next week or so, I should have her back. She should be mailed back to my house with a new head. She was a Pleasant Company doll originally, and I asked if they could give me back her head just to archive it. I'm not sure if they will, but they did put that in the notes. So she'll come back with an AG head, but of course she's gonna come back with Addie, and she'll come back with a new limb, and she'll come back in her hospital gear. And I can't wait to see her. I've had Addie for years. That's definitely not a doll I'm gonna ever give up or sell. She definitely will be archived. I don't think really any of my dolls I would sell. See, even little stuffings coming out in this little bugger. Oh boy. Oh, thank you, Shelly. Very sweet. Um, so yeah, so I've had her since I was 3, going on 4. I moved around a lot growing up, so a lot of my dolls either got misplaced by moving so much, or they got lost, or I had to give some away. I had a Barbie collection, and I don't know, I had this weird fetish as a child where I would nibble at my Barbie's feet, and that used to piss my dad off. He'd be like, "Stop biting their feet. Why are you biting their feet?" I don't know why I would do it. but I did. I used to just nibble, maybe because I was a little nervous as a kid. I'm not really sure. I did a whole lot of weird stuff as a kid that I can't even figure out why I did it. But I used to nibble at my Barbie's feet. I used to nibble at them. I used to just take their clothes off out of nowhere. I would just cut their hair. She could be too. I would just cut their hair and style their hair all kinds of ways. I don't know. I think I was going through some kind of crisis in my life as a kid where I was nibbling their feet and just taking off their clothes and just cutting their hair and making them look anyhow. All of mine had crew marks. Crew marks. That's cool. Chew marks. Yep, they just bite off their feet. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. Maybe I was hungry for rubber. Shoot. Um, I kind of thought maybe I was a little special as a kid because I used to do the weirdest stuff. Yeah, but I had Barbie. I had doll babies. I had Baby Alive. Baby Alive, I think, was my first big baby. I don't know what happened to her. I think I gave her away. I used to put a whole bunch of ballies in her hair. Um, and twist all the ballies around, and then I couldn't take the damn balls out because they got all entangled and all that stuff. But I had Baby Alive. The Baby Alives that we see today and the Baby Alive that I had totally different because they are they are very small in comparison to what I had. Baby Alive that I had, she was a little bigger than this guy here. She was a little bigger and she was hard. She was made out of hard, plastic. She had a battery in her back and all that stuff. My sister stole mine and all this other stuff. So, oh, your sister stole yours. She just wanted it. No, actually, before that, there was a doll I had. My mom got her for me. My mom got me the Baby Alive doll too. Um, and my mom got me this doll. I don't know. She was a racially ambiguous looking doll. She was probably about maybe 12 inches like this. But I took her everywhere with me. Yep. I am an 80s baby. I took her every freaking where with me. And she had this pretty floral dress on. She had pigtails. She had this olive cream color complexion. I don't know where my mom got her from. I think she got her off of a stand and when we were in DC one day and bought her for me, or she got her out of a store. I don't recall now. She did buy me something off of DC, a stand, a doll from there, and I ended up flushing that doll down the toilet. See, I told you, me being special as a little girl, I flushed the baby down the toilet. What the hell was wrong with me as a kid? And then on top of that, I got another doll from the Gap. She's a rag doll. I think I still have this doll. She might be under the confines of my steps in the house, She might be just deep in the confines. She had dreadlock like hair. She was a chocolate mocha complexion. She had a plaid jean dress on. She was cute. I took her everywhere. She had her little shoes. And everybody in my family seemed to like dolls. My mother hates dolls. My mother, I don't know what it is. She never liked dolls. She was more into bears and all that stuff. I think it was because all the doll my grandmother sent her as a child. I'll have to find that picture of her as a child with that big doll baby, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube so you can see. It was a big cumbersome thing, and it was the '60s, so she looked kind of. This was 1969, I think. So I think my mom was what 3 at the time with this big doll, and she had to pose with it. And God, she hated that doll. So she was never really into dolls, but other members of my family like porcelain dolls. I actually too used to have a giant ass troll doll. My mom got me that too. It was a giant ass troll doll. I think she got that for me when I was 5 or 6. And that thing was, yeah, the Barbies do come out with great skin colors. Before, they didn't. And what was it my mom used to say about the black Barbies? She used to say back then, why do they look so sad? They look so depressed. Now they come out with better complexions, I wouldn't say it's better complexions, more variety of complexions. I want to say better complexions. We come out with different undertones. So even if you're very dark, they got the undertones for darker skin dolls, for medium browns, for light, all sorts of stuff. They've definitely perfected that because, people come in all shades, especially African Americans, black people. We look all kinds of ways, we're shaped all kinds of ways, and we look differently. That's the beauty of it. And yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, it was like a white Barbie painted on. Yep, and that's what most of the dolls were. Like even my Twist and Style Tiffany doll. I think my dad got me that doll. That was a knockoff of the white doll. A lot of the dolls, a lot of the black ethnic dolls were always knockoffs or copies of the white dolls. It's like you just put up the white mold and just painted their skin black, and boom, there's a doll. Twister Style Tiffany, but I did love her. And there was another doll my dad got. It was a mermaid doll with, she had a makeup tray. She had a nice tail and she had a tray of makeup. Eventually, I really couldn't take that doll home. My father wouldn't allow me to. See, my parents divorced, so all my toys and shit that I had with my dad had to stay at his house. I couldn't take it home with my mother. So more than likely that doll got given away and all that other shit. Stuff like that was just incredulous. This was before my brother came into the picture. Before he was born. You know, that I had that bullshit, and pretty much what I would do. I even though I like Barbies, I was more so into baby dolls too. I just like washing their hair. Sometimes I would bring my Barbies or baby dolls in the bathtub with me. Yeah, it was tough though. Going back and forth. Divorce and all that stuff, and my toys he got me stupid. Yeah, but yeah, I would bring my Barbies in a tub with me. I would I bring my baby dolls in a tub. Like when I was about 7 or 8, I got a doll that I really wanted. That was the Kenya doll. And now they're bringing Kenya back. Kenya had sisters and all sorts of stuff. And they all their names start with K's, but I had a Kenya doll, which I was in love with. And my mom's friend, he was a special needs kid. He lived in our building, and she would help me out by watching me, being a babysitter of me and all that stuff. And this little boy, he was 4 years younger than me. He would piss me the fuck off. Okay, excuse my French, and would steal my doll, and try to make out with her and try to take her dress off and all that stuff. Oh my god, I wanted to kill this kid so badly. I took time and care in styling her hair. He'll mess up her hair. He was, I try to be understandable because he was a special needs kid, but he was a kid also too that got away with a lot of crap because of how he was, and his mother allowed him to get away with stuff. You know, I speak a lot of French too. Gotcha. At least I'm not alone here. But yeah, he used to piss me off with that stuff. Still, messing up with my doll, trying to mess with her. It's like, dude, it took every fiber of my being to not kick this kid's ass. Because I try to keep him, even though I was in elementary school too. But he went to the same elementary school with me, but he was special needs classes. But he would just bother me. He would bother my friend. He used to steal my friend Megan's dolls too. And then when you would snatch back and take your stuff back from this kid, his ass would cry. Like, no, this is my shit. You're gonna just snatch my stuff? Like, bro, this is my doll. You're a boy. Why are you playing with dolls? But you can't say that today because, everybody's trying to be, gender friendly, fluid. Boys can play with dolls too. And I do understand that their boys also too are men in the doll community too. So my sister used to torture me by taking my dolls and breaking my dolls. Oh no! Wow. Oh, wow, what a terror. That's a terrible thing. Now, my brother didn't do that. He was too young to do any of that crap. Touch my shit. We were only 16 months apart. Oh, yeah, my brother and I, we got a big age gap, almost 10 years, so he wouldn't have done that. Not unless if he wanted to die, messing with my stuff. If he wanted to die. But yeah, but that's how it was. I mean, I like dolls. I was very fond of them. All kinds of dolls, rag dolls or whatever. But like I said, with me moving around a whole lot, I lost all of them, or I had to give some away, or I grew some. And for a while, I would say up until, in my teens, you know, I wasn't into dolls. I had porcelain dolls. The mall, when I lived in Laurel, Maryland, so the dolls that I got were porcelain, and they were in the Dollar General when Dollar General was popping back there, when Laurel Mall, before it became Laurel Town Center. So my mom and I would buy all these dolls, all these porcelain dolls. Of course, she would keep the cute black dolls for herself, and which was shocking to me because I told her, I said, I thought you didn't even like dolls. So why are you hogging all the black dolls for yourself, and and not giving me any? And then she gave my grandmother a very beautiful chocolate skin black doll. She was wearing a wedding dress. She had beautiful amber color eyes. I was so mad that she gave that doll to my grandmother. I was so goddamn mad because it was a beautiful doll. And I said, finding a doll with chocolate skin like that, it's rare. And she didn't look ashy. She didn't look chalky. She looked just right. She looked like a doll. It seems like it's more understandable to other people when you collected porcelain dolls. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, a lot of people like porcelain dolls, but I mean, porcelain dolls are just for show. I mean, you can't really do anything with them. But yeah, the porcelain doll that my mom gave my grandmother actually reminded me of this porcelain doll that I saw years ago when I was living in Silver Spring at the Safeway. Because Safeway used to have porcelain dolls around the holidays. She was a beautiful black bride doll too, and I wanted her so bad. Wanted her so bad. I've had porcelain dolls as a child. Some of them I still have. Some I don't. But yeah, my grandmother had a lot of them. My great grandmother had a lot of them. My great grandmother in law had some, and she passed one on to me when she died. One I really wanted was Grandma Fanny had a doll. She looked like Darla from The Little Rascal. She was so cute. With her little bob, looked just like Darla, but the doll had makeup, brown makeup, all on her. And I'm like, why does she have this makeup? It turned out Grandma Fanny was trying to blackface these dolls, blackface these white dolls. Oh, God rest her soul. That was the doll I really want. I don't know what happened to that doll when she died. I don't know if my aunts gave it away or they put it in the attic, but they gave me another a beautiful black doll that she owned. But she did that to quite a few of her Caucasian dolls. Put makeup, black people makeup on them. I'm like, why? How would you do that? Yeah. I said my grandmother was a nut. And my other grandmother, my maternal grandmother, collected these dolls. She was picky with some kind of dolls. A lot of people in my family had porcelain dolls. My grandmother on my dad's side, I don't think that was her thing. I never seen her with a doll. I don't think she was more so into fashion, her wigs, her purses, and church and all that stuff. Looking, and she could dress to kill. She didn't give a damn about no damn dolls. But yeah, so now representation does matter, absolutely. And I think that's the reason why now I got back into buying dolls, especially black dolls, is because now that I've seen their complexions have improved, they look better, they're more, pleasing to the eye, as opposed to what the hell they look like when I was a kid. I bought them. I buy them. They're hard to find. And what kills me at times is that when they have a black doll, it could be a black doll and a white doll. They could be the same kind of doll, but they'll make the black doll pricier. But why? It's the same doll. They're wearing the same outfit. They always do that. I remember years ago when I got my Pretty and Pearls doll. I love all shades. Yeah, all shades are beautiful. When I got my Pretty and Pearls doll, and I had to get this doll off of eBay from a nice lady in Canada. I think she was in Quebec or Montreal, but she sold me the African American version of Linda Murray's Pretty and Pearls. That's the anniversary doll from Ashton Drake, because Ashton Drake was dicking around with me for months when I ordered my doll. Oh, we sold out. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to refill. And I kept calling and they kept making excuses, but wanted to sell me a damn bassinet and stuff. I said, look, I don't want no damn bassinet. I want my doll. And then later on, they told me, oh, we don't have them. We archived them. Man, I went off on that lady in customer service. I said, y'all wasted my time for 2 months playing around with me, only for you to tell me, but we have. I said, no, I don't want that doll. I wanted the doll that I wanted. So luckily for me, I found her on eBay, but the problem was I had to pay about $200 for her. Fine, I took some of my $200, paid, and had her ship here. I said, if I don't get it, somebody else is gonna buy her, and then I won't ever have her. But now I have her. Her name's Astrid. Yeah, yeah, it did suck, but I did get her. I did get her. Okay, so I'm happy I got her. She's currently in the storage in my backyard. I wrapped her up, because all the dolls were taking over the house. It was doll crazy, and my dog kept harassing my damn dolls. I mean, he harassing them. I mean, I could hold this baby right now and talk to the baby. He'll come up and whine, being jealous, just jealous of the babies. Yeah, you know. But pretty much, I got back into the doll community because I thought it would be fun. This is my third YouTube account. I've been on YouTube since maybe, I want to say 2010. This is my third account, but this is the only account I've actually uploaded videos onto. The other two accounts, because I kept forgetting my login information, was just me being a commentator. But I've had this account, this being my third account, for about 6 years. I only started uploading videos about early 2021. That's when I started. And I watched other people's videos, and then a birdie came in my head. Why don't you talk about your dolls? And I said, okay, shoot, since everybody else here is doing it, why can't I just do it? I'll just do it too. So I started doing things, doing box openings, showing my doll collections, and all this other stuff. And now I'm here, and yep, I'm here with little Patrick, little Pat. Yeah, but yeah, but 6 years for this account, and I only just started uploading maybe 2 years ago. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you two, Shelly's Dollies. It's a pleasure meeting you. I came on here, pretty much to meet other, like minded folks. I mean, I know there's a lot of drama going on in the doll community, especially within the reborn community, which I try to keep a low profile, because my thing is this: I like all kinds of dolls. I don't care if it's what you would call a knockoff or whatever. If it's this kind of doll, that kind of doll, I don't care. I like all kinds of dolls. I don't judge other people on what they like. I actually met a friend of mine through another mutual friend of mine, and she likes Barbies, and we connected. I mean, I'm kind of impartial with Barbies. I mean, certain Barbies I like Like more than likely, I get those signature Barbies, like the Ella Fitzgeralds, the Rosa Parks, those kind of historical Barbies is what I buy. Yeah, I came into the reborn community first, but good lord, the drama was too much. It is too much. I mean, people want to fight over inauthentic, authentic, and the thing is with me, it's a doll. A doll is not even real anyway. So you fighting over whether someone has a quote unquote knockoff or quote unquote whatever, a manufactured doll, to me is childish. I never understood that. And my thing is, I can respect if you like all authentic dolls. Cool. I can respect that about you. But the thing is, signature dolls look. Yeah, the signature doll Barbies are definitely great. And I definitely got to go look into those. And, my friend Taryn, I know she'll introduce me to those because she's a Barbie. She keeps up with all kinds of Barbies. All kinds of Barbies. And this weekend, supposedly, we're supposed to be hanging out, and I'm gonna give her the Marilyn Monroe doll that I had that I made a short for, because I think she has more of a use for it than me, and I know she'll take care of it. Yeah, it's whatever you can afford, and these doll Karens just act ridiculous. Well, you're ruining the art. To me, let's just say if I was a child, my mom was raising children this time of year. Let's just say if she was a mom this time of year, and we wanted reborn dolls, and let's just say she bought. I don't even have a silicone doll. I wish I had some, and eventually I'm gonna work to get one. Yeah, doll Karens. Yep, I can't stand them. And if my mother was to buy me, let's just say if I was a kid here, right? Let's just say if she bought me a knockoff Maddie sculpt, and I have quote unquote knockoff Maddie sculpts. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, it's a knockoff. I'm a kid. I don't know what the hell it is. All I know, if it's a doll, it looks appealing to me. It doesn't scare me. As long as it's not some scary looking ass doll, you know, or ugly, I'm good. I mean, now I'm into creepy dolls. I have an Avatar doll. I got that Tiffany doll. I have two Tiffany dolls. October I got one that looks more like her, and she talks. You know, Back then I was into a whole bunch of stuff. I used to even collect troll dolls. As my mother would say, "Ugh, those are ugly dolls." Yeah, if it's cute, I like it. My mother would call them ugly. Ugh, those ugly dolls. I actually had two a gremlin doll. Actually, my aunts. I'm gonna tell you one time. I think I was 5 or 6. See, my aunts and I. Oh yeah, I did see your Avatar silicone, and she's beautiful. So here's the thing: my aunts and I they're twins, and we're 10 years apart, and they were in high school while I was in elementary school. So I remember one day I came home from school. This is when I was living with my grandmother. My mom and all of us were living, with my grandmother. So I remember I saw one of my aunts holding something in her hand. And I was like, what the hell is this? What do you, well, I didn't say what the hell. I said, what you playing with? And she threw this thing at me, and it was so hairy. I was like, oh my God. And I just freaked out, ran off. Only for me to realize she threw Gizmo at me. It was Gizmo from Gremlins. And I ended up making him my friend, putting him in a nightgown, sleeping with him every night, taking him everywhere. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yep, I ended up with Gizmo. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I ended up befriending Gizmo, taking him everywhere with me. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I kept him or gave him back when we moved. I'm not sure, but I need to go look for him. And yeah, I just like reliving certain parts of my childhood, even though it wasn't always the best. I think the happiest part of my childhood was like the toys that I had, you know, and I was always appreciative of that. Did you ever have a Cabbage Patch doll? I had knockoffs one that was so ugly. No, I never had a Cabbage Patch doll. I never could get into them. My aunt on my dad's side, Alma, collected Cabbage Patch dolls. I didn't like her because she was a stubborn ass heifer. Even when I tried to touch her Cabbage Patch dolls, don't touch my dolls! Da, 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 da. Hey, lady, I nobody want your ugly ass little Cabbage Patch dolls. Them dolls were ugly. I tried to like them, tried to, but I never could, I guess, get into them because it's just something about them was just ugly. And then they had the Garbage Pail Kids, which was the knockoff, nasty, creepy, distorted version of the Cabbage Patch Kids. Ugh, ugh. I couldn't deal with that. What's her name? Leaky Lindsay with the boogers and oh my god, it was just so nasty. Yeah, but I mean, Cabbage Patch and I couldn't get into it because yeah, my aunt was just really stingy. Yeah, actually, now I think about it, she did collect dolls. She that's my aunt on my dad's side, and she was stingy as hell with them damn ugly ass Cabbage Patch dolls. Like, touch my dolls, like, let anybody touch your little funky, ugly ass little Cabbage Patch dolls. Always had the Cabbage Patch. Oh, that's cool. I mean, they got a little better with age as I got older and I thought about them, but I never got to buying them. Now I see a lot of them in the thrift store, but they just never appeal for me to pick them up. They're just I just don't like them. Eh, you know, I guess you could say I'm kind of meticulous with certain dolls that I like. Um, I like certain Barbies. I mean, I had some dollar store Barbies that I was going to keep for myself to knock off fake me out Barbies, but I ended up giving them away to charity, because it was so much in my room. I couldn't keep it. So I said, let me just drop these off at Green Dot. I'm pretty sure some child or children would appreciate it. The reason why I was getting those dolls, a friend of mine and I were thinking of coming up with another YouTube channel where we were gonna make a fake me out soap opera with Barbies. It was, just acting doing something random with them. So that's why I was saving them, but it became so much in my room. I said, you know what? These toys and all this stuff, I can't keep holding on to this. Let me just give this away and bless somebody with these toys that need it. I sometimes get some toys out of Family Dollar, but sometimes the Family Dollar's dolls are questionable. Like I picked up this one doll. She was a doctor. Oh my god, her face was strong. She had this strong, sharp, mannish jawline. I said, "Oh no." I said, "Oh no. I can't pick this up." I said, "This chick looks like a dude." I said, "This is an ugly knock off fake me out Barbie on Family Dollars." And some of Family Dollars dolls are hit or miss, but that doll was definitely a miss. I put her back down. I said, "Oh no. This doll looks like a man." Nope. But yeah, but that was what the idea was for me to we were gonna come up and make some fake me out. Oh yeah, I love going to the thrift store too. And you were making reborns. That's cool. I would love to make reborns. The thing is with me, I'm gonna just be for real. I'm kind of like a goldfish with my mindset and with learning, with taking the time to do all that stuff. And I guess with my life being so busy like it is, I don't have the time, which is why I need a place with more space so I can do that stuff. And Even I will start off with the little AliExpress kits and just practice on those dolls, until I get, bountiful babies and go up there. I know people in the doll community gonna frown their face up on that, but who cares? I mean, I'm the type of person I go on my own wave. I don't follow other people. I know people do things like copycat Fridays. They do those hashtags. Um, flat whatever they do on Thursdays and whatever. And I mean, I will eventually would like to partake in some of that stuff, but I don't have the time. But I don't partake in a lot of activities like that because I'm busy, and plus I have ideas of my own. Eventually I would. I mean, because it seems fun. Or we wear pink Wednesdays. Yeah, AliExpress is good. But here's the thing with AliExpress, I don't know if they don't like my card or they want me to use a credit card because when I used my debit card, they kept rejecting my joint. And I said, I know I got money on this joint, so y'all have no reason to reject it. So I don't know if it's because it wasn't a credit card and it was a debit card. They were giving me a hard time. So I said, you know what, bump y'all at AliExpress. I'll just go look for this doll elsewhere. But I have bought some stuff off of Temu. That's where I got my Snoop Dogg doll from, which everybody seems to like. When I made my shorts of the Snoop Dogg elf. There's a Martha Stewart one, but she sold out. And I'm waiting for her to come back because I'm going to make a short. I'm going to buy her and then I'm going to make a short with her and the Snoop Dogg. Um, but yeah, I mean, I like a variety of things. I like soap operas. I like soaps. I like, taking trips to different stores. Going to my spiritual shops, or as you know, as botanicas and all sorts of stuff. Temu. It's Temu. Temu. Everybody, it's the new craze. Temu. Everybody wants to go on Temu. It's like AliExpress. It's like Amazon, but their stuff is pretty good and it's very cheap, very 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 affordable. I ordered last week or so some dolls from them. It's like dolls, little mini dolls, all in animal clothes, and I think what else did I order from them? I think I ordered a Biggie Smalls statue. I have the Tupac one, little mini Tupac one, and the Biggie Smalls one is coming. But yeah, currently I mean, I have all kinds of dolls too. I have actual reborns, that were made by the same artist, and this artist is currently making me a Joseph Awake doll, but he's going to be based off of a rapper. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is. Um, as he comes together, I'll drop pictures on there and drop hints, and y'all will eventually figure out who he is. But yes, it's a guy. It's not a girl rapper. It's a female. It's not a female rapper. It's a male rapper that I'm basing him off of. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't wait. I mean, he's going to be a very chunky baby. I will say this: he will be a baby with some damn tattoos because this rapper had tattoos, so he will have some tattoos on him. He's not a normal baby. He's a rapper. He's not a normal baby. But I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him. I know he's a chunky baby. I know the Joseph asleep and awake are very big babies. So where I'm going to fit him is going to be a damn question because he's super fat. He's gonna need to sit in a chair or something, or a chair that's this wide because he's fat. He's just too fat. But yeah, they say Joseph awake at 3 months. I said this is no way this baby is 3 months. This baby looks like he's about 2 years old. Tattoo baby. Yeah, he's gonna definitely be cute. He's gonna be definitely lit. Yeah, they call him Joseph awake at 3 months. I said there is no way in hell that's a 3-month-old baby. That baby at least is about two. That's a whole grown adult being that chunky and that big. There's no way you can convince me that's a 3-month-old baby. But yeah, I can't wait for him. I know she's working on a lot of It's very nice to meet you too, Shelly's Dollies. But you have a good night. Thank you for being on here with me. And hope to see you more. And definitely you'll catch me more on here and I'll be on your channel too. You have a good night. But yeah, that's what it is. You know. So that's what got me into dolls. That's what got me into, I know some people think it's weird. Some people think it's strange, but you know what? Um I've always been the type of person not to worry about whatever people think is strange because I try to respect people. I even also too have another set of dolls. They're called BBA's Booty Babe Arts by a guy named Spencer Davis. I've wrapped those dolls up. They're currently in storage. What they are, they're voluptuous dolls. He wanted to make they're 12 inches. They're made of resin. They come in all types of skimpy clothes, but they all have that hourglass, thick, curvy, voluptuous body. Definitely have, so I want a house with an attic. Not an attic like that, an attic with stairs that you can climb up, not with a ladder because I'm not good with no ladders. And my coordination sucks. With stairs because I would wanted to make that attic like a room where I put all that stuff. One side for the Barbies and the figurines and action figures and stuff, and I also like action figures too, and cars and all sorts of stuff. And then the other side for for the babies, keep the theme for the babies and all that stuff. I wanted to do all of that, and that's what I really want to do. And I want to show that on here. You know, um, me personally, I don't have drama. I don't like beefing with people. I keep a very low profile on here. I try to get along with everybody. Going on in the dog community, people are fighting over petty stuff, and me personally, I don't have time for that. I think we can agree to disagree, and I think we just need to respect. People are different. People have different opinions. I used to grow up thinking, I always had to fit in with people. And I used to be often sad why I didn't fit in with people or why people didn't like me or and as I got older I stopped caring that other people didn't like me or I didn't fit other people's narrative because guess what? I don't need to fit your narrative. I don't need to fit in your box. You don't have to like me. And that's cool. And I think that's how it is in the doll community with all this drama going on. It's a whole bunch of high school politics. And I mean, we're too old for that. High school is crazy. And, we just need to leave the disagree. You don't have to, but even be successful. My thing is, people always attack what they don't understand. There's nothing wrong with being different. There's nothing wrong with being your own person, going your own wave. I respect all people in this community. I like all people. I like all folks. You know, I don't care what your race is, what your religion is. The only way where you're from. The only time I will not like you is you show me poor character. Show me that you're not a good person. That's the only time I'm not gonna like you or fuck with somebody like you. But other than that, you're welcome here. You know, I understand that there's some people out here that don't want fake dolls in their collection or knockoffs, and that's cool. I can respect that. And there's some people that don't mind. I'm the person that doesn't mind. As long as the doll's quality looks good, it's not rushed, it doesn't look bad or choppy, I'm fine with it. If it looks like a piece of crap, no, I'm not spending no money on it. You know? But I think people need to, really respect each other and stop. Life is too short. You want to argue about dolls. You want to argue about that when the gas prices are freaking extremely skyrocketing. We got Russians trying to, what's it called, spray stuff on our planes. We got drones and all this stuff coming on, and all you want to do is argue about dolls. I'm like, the world's bigger than dolls. Mind you, like I said in my last video, it's a want. It's not a need. I don't need any of these dolls, but I do want them, and I do care about them, and I do take my time and care and put my money into having my dolls look the best. So I do care about them. I do want them. But no, it's not that I can't survive without them. Absolutely I can. But this is what I like, you know? They're special to me. You know, I like animals. I like a whole bunch of stuff. I like teddy bears. I like a whole bunch of things. Uh, yep. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, the dolls that I had, how I got into the doll community. And, I guess I always felt the need to always take care of somebody. And, with my little brother and I be having a big an age gap, I didn't get to, be that sibling that I wanted to be to him because of obvious reasons. But and I think that's another reason why I buy these dolls, because I missed out on that part of my life, of being that sister, to coddle, watch, and do all that stuff with him, you know. So that's another reason why started getting back into the doll community and a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, yeah. My mom wanted to adopt at one point, and I'm still encouraging her to, something miraculous to happen with a baby coming into, our family from her. So, yeah. So, I also buy these dolls in preparation too. You never know. But yeah, I know I've been ranting and raving, and, but I just wanted to talk about that and, you know, be a little real. Well, all right, folks, I'm gonna sign off and call this a night. Little Pat and I are gonna go to sleep. I can't wait to get him to wear outfits or something. But first, we send him to get some work. Isn't that right? We're gonna send you to get some work. All right, all right, folks. This is Baby Doll Soaps and Things signing off.